Separation of powers vertically first is right. By design, checks and balances against any unconstitutional federal delight. It begins with the state governments checking the federal government, while the opposite holds true, no doubt. It begins with our duty, supported by our Keystone, the 10th Amendment, which still stands strong. It is up to me, and especially up to you, legislator. We're not talking some secessionist jabber. We are talking about restoration where ambition truly checks ambition. States must stand up. Utah must lead the way. We need our legislators, our neighbors, to watch the laws federal branches pass and uphold without reason, constitutional thought, or any concern for long-term states' plight. It's not all constitutional what they do, and this in your heart you know. If you fail to protect your constituents, your state, your home, will fall by the wayside like ancient Rome. The 10th claims your duty, power, and right to stand against unlawful federal might. So stand for separation of powers like Montesquieu taught. By the 9th Amendment, we'll stand with you. Constitutional oaths are more than mere words to utter. They bind us to our duty, so be strong like few others. Our original path was set for states checking the feds and people checking the states. State legislators were to check their senators, which ended with the 17th, an amendment states forgot to check and sadly ratified instead. People were to check the House of Representatives, the state legislators, their counties, and cities too. And now we must restore what we can, beginning with you. Ambition checked against ambition is a formula that still works. Yet our federal judicial, legislative, and executive branches seem to have forgotten their place, thinking the Supremacy Clause is more than what it is. Have you forgotten too? Pure population numbers make checks as originally designed lost. Instead, we have lobbyists, unions, factions, and special interests controlling those we, the people, were meant to control. Separation of powers vertically first is right. Checks and balances against any unconstitutional federal delight. It's not all constitutional what they do, and this in your heart you know. States must stand up. Let Utah lead the way. If you fail to protect your constituents, your state, your home, will fall by the wayside like ancient Rome. The 10th claims your duty, power, and right to stand against unlawful federal might. So stand for separation of powers like Montesquieu taught, and by the 9th, we the people, your neighbors, your constituents, will stand with you.